3 shots into 1/2 inch. Yeah, this rifle is really meant to be slung over the shoulder and go on a long trek with. It's just nothing to carry around. Comes up to the shoulder just beautifully. And the trigger on it, just lovely. Nice smooth action. Just a real pleasure to shoot. Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the Barrett Fieldcraft lightweight hunting rifle. So first of all, I'll show you what it comes with. There's not a lot here, to be honest. We've got the promotional pamphlet from the NRA, some warranty card information, and last of all, the manual. So just go ahead and clear it here. And we'll start off with a run by. Now it comes in various different calibers. I've got this one in 6.5 Creedmoor, but it comes in 22-50, 243, 25-06, 6.5 by 55, 270, 7mm 08, 308, and 30-06. So honestly, the amount of calibers is fairly decent. Extremely lightweight, this rifle, guys, as the name suggests, and that's mainly because of the hand-laid carbon fibre stock. Now, 5.2 pounds or 2.3 kilos in weight. The barrel on it is 21 inches or 53 centimetres, and it's a 1 in 8 inch twist for 6.5 Creedmoor. Now, the barrel action is made from 416 stainless, and it's fully hand bedded to the actual stock, so it's not free floating. They do say that it does increase accuracy, but we'll certainly test that later on in the review. They also say too that all the Fieldcraft barrels are chambered, contoured and crowned on the same machines that make the Barrett MRAD, Model 98B and M107 rifles. So once again, you know, suggesting that you'll get decent accuracy from the rifle. Now it's a matte stainless finish, so yeah, it shouldn't reflect out in the field. You'd certainly hope not, being a hunting rifle, that's for sure. And then the actual action on this is scaled to the caliber. So, you know, depending on what caliber you've got, the action will be scaled to that. The trigger on this is just fantastic. It's a Timney trigger, so that's just straight out of the box at 3 pounds. You know, it just is really nice, lightweight and crisp. So I'm really excited. I think I should get some decent accuracy from this rifle in general. Now it has what they call a 4-round blind magazine, so I just call it an internal mag. It's as simple as that. So obviously when you're loading it, you can load through the top because you've got no other option. And there's just a plastic follower there. You push down and load from there. Now I'll just take the bolt out of this and we'll talk about that briefly. Now the bolt reminds me of a Remington 700 bolt, to be honest. As you can see, it's spiral fluting. We've got 2 locking lugs at the front, and the only difference is it's got a Seiko style extractor on this. However, it is very smooth. Really nice. There's a 2-position safety here, so just back. Obviously you can't fire, but you can still manipulate the action, which is good. And then forward, and then fire. Geez, that trigger is crisp. Honestly, guys, I can't wait to get out and start shooting this. Okay, so what else can we talk about here? The stock, a couple of things with that. We've got a generous kick pad at the back there. Naturally, we've got a rear sling attachment and then one at the front there. On top, what I've done is I've put 30mm medium tally lightweight rings on there, and I've got a loopholed VX5 HD 3-15 by 44 scope. So normally a little bit bigger than what I go for, but I was pretty keen to have a look at this scope anyway. And you know, you can certainly afford to put a little bit heavier scope on when you've got such a lightweight rifle. And honestly, you feel it. As soon as you pick this entire rifle up, it is just so lightweight. It's just really impressive. Okay, so price here in Australia, not cheap, guys. $3,900 currently with the exchange rate. Now, I guess the only thing that you can compare that to is perhaps like a Seiko carbon light rifle, you know, and they're about $5,100 here in Australia with the current exchange. So, you know, I'm expecting a lot out of this rifle. So honestly, if I can't get, you know, a couple of ammos, you know, well under an inch for 3 shots at 100, I think something is seriously wrong, because you wouldn't be spending the sort of money that you would on this rifle if you're not guaranteed of, you know, that really good accuracy. But anyhow, guys, that's enough of the desktop review. Let's get out on the farm now and put a few rounds through this and see how it performs. Okay guys, so let me run you through the ammo we're going to use today. So first of all, we've got the open tip match from American Eagle, so that's a 120 grain pill. Then we've got the 129 grain SST from Hornady. Then we've got the 140 grain open tip match from American Eagle. Then we've got the 140 grain Federal Power Shock. And then last of all, we've got the Fusion from Federal Premium as well. That's a 140 grain projectile. So as you can see, we've got a little bit of wind around us, nothing too bad, but we've got the target there at 100 yards. So I'm going to fire 3 shots for each different type of ammo, and we'll just see which one the Barrett takes a liking to. Okay, so the first one here was the American Eagle 120 grain. 2 shots right on each other there, but then the third one spread out to make it 1.4 inches. Then we come down to the 129 grain SST from Hornady. Very consistent there. We've got 3 shots into an honest half-inch group. Then we come up to the 140 grain from American Eagle. Very nice there, pretty much the same story. 3 shots into half an inch. Then we come up to the 150 grain Power Shock from Federal. Now, I had a bit of spread there. Now, I'm not sure if it was just a change of ammo or what was going on there, but it spread out to 1.1 inches. Now, keep in mind too, guys, like, you know, when I change ammo, I will always just put a patch with G96 through once, then fire 1 round just into the mound of the new ammo, and then shoot for the groups. Okay, now the final one here was a Federal Fusion. Bit disappointed with that, fair bit of spread, and that's a consistent spread too, 1.6 inches. So I think honestly the favourite for me, if I was just you know, having a bit of fun shooting, I'd probably go for the American Eagle 140 grain, but definitely for hunting, the 129 grain SST from Hornady. So loading the magazine can be a little bit finicky if you just don't get the round in the right place, but once you work out where it's got to be, it's pretty simple. They just snap straight in. Yeah, this rifle is really meant to be slung over the shoulder and go on a long trek with. It's just nothing to carry around. Comes up to the shoulder just beautifully. And the trigger on it, just lovely. Nice smooth action. Just a real pleasure to shoot. Okay guys, I'm going to finish up my final thoughts on the Barrett Fieldcraft rifle. There's so much to like about it. I'll start off with the obvious thing. The lightweightness of it. It's just fantastic. You know, you can just walk around the hills. It just feels like there's virtually nothing on your back, so it just doesn't weigh you down. Perfect for, you know, going on a deer hunting trip where you've got to, you know, trek long distances up and down hills, etc. You know, fantastic for that. Nice smooth action. You know, had no real problems with it at all. Only thing that I don't like is just the follower there tends to tilt. Now, if I'm pushing on the front of it with my finger there and it's staying tilted downwards. Okay, so that's what happens when you load. If you don't find that sweet spot, it can tilt down on you and you can't load correctly, okay? Now, naturally, if you bought this rifle, over time, you'd get used to it and you'd know where the sweet spot is. You'd train yourself for it, so you'd minimize that. But guys, I'm just telling you what my likes and dislikes are. The trigger on it, just absolutely fantastic. I don't know how anyone could really fold a Timney trigger. You know, they're just a custom trigger and they speak for themselves. Now, the barrel on it. I tell you what, as for accuracy, most sporter, lightweight type, you know, rigs, you're just hoping to get around that inch at 100 for 3 shots. But you know, this putting it into half an inch at 100 with 2 of those factory ammos, you know, it's just outstanding. That's the sort of accuracy that I expect out of a varmint type rifle. So yeah, definitely no complaints there, guys. So overall, I know it's not for everyone because it does have a hefty price tag. But you know, there's a lot of guys out there that are like me, that, you know, you love your quality gear. And you know, this would be a beautiful addition to the collection, and especially with you know, people who go on those long walks, long treks, you know, when they're out hunting. This is just perfect for it. So yeah, overall guys, I'm really impressed with the rifle. I can't really say much more about it. Okay, we'll leave the review at that, guys. So till next time, we'll catch you then.